Okay, this is part 3 in the upgrades for the 1995 Jeep Wrangler YJ. For the interior part, there's new steering wheel from Grant. The console's VDP. There's door handles. First ones you'll see will be Rugged Ridge, and then the second one are supposed to be original replacement parts. But actually, what I got and what it's supposed to be is completely different. So. Door panels, gauge works, and then a gauge console too. Just to give you some ideas, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said before, this whole thing is just so you can kind of see and maybe think it might be something you want to do. Let you know what to expect. Some that really advertisements don't tell you. So the first part here is the Grant steering wheel. The horn doesn't work. I know with the wiring it was either the horn was on all the time or wasn't on at all. So I just disconnected it. You can see the old steering wheel. It's kind of skinnier and wider. It's power steering, so it really didn't make too much of a difference. The new one is a lot thicker, cleaner looking. I really like it. It's more modern. Looks like the newer Jeeps. Not only was I going for an upgrade for the Jeep, but I also wanted to make it look really nice too. So as you can see, the old and the new side by side. The console, I'm sure most soft top Jeep owners have experienced, maybe if they don't lock it up at night, it's probably been broken into a few times. Mine has, and they've broken this lock on the old console. First, they tried to get into it. They broke off the back part, or where the hinge is. They still didn't get into it, but it was broke there first, and they broke the lock. You kind of see how the old console, this original, stuck out a little bit. The new one, I mean, there is a positive. It's cushioned here. It has 2 cup holders. Here's a full view of it. There's the part numbers. $70. It's the same still, just recently, because that's the latest I purchased. Steering wheel was $50, the part number there. I think these are both off of Quadratech. That's where I got them. The negative here for the steering wheel was just the horn. For the console, the instructions, it tells you to, there's a bracket you have to attach to the bottom to raise it off the back when it goes so it's level across. Well, that bracket, they tell you to screw into the console itself from the bottom. Well, those screws, even the screws they tell you in the instructions to use that come with it, screws right through the bottom. So you have actually some sharp wood screws sticking up out of the inside, and you have to use like a Dremel tool to actually drill those off or cut them off. Also in the instructions it tells you to remove the cup holder and drill into the body to secure it in the front. Well, that's incorrect as well, because this cup holder does not come out at all. It's in there good. It's glued to the vinyl, and it will not come off. So it actually is the ashtray in the front that comes off, and you get in there, and that's where you glue it in. So just to give you an idea, or heads up if you decide to get it or purchase it. In the end, I mean, it fits in there tight. I've actually had a few consoles I tried, and they're all tight. It just made to where you can hardly move your seats afterwards after you get the new ones in there. They don't come small anymore like the originals. It is positive because there's a lot more room in there too. So for the interior, see, there's new door handles. I wasn't impressed with those at all, and then switched to another handle, and again, it wasn't too great. As you can see, I don't even have it on here. I might have to pause this, and I'll delete this picture out of the way so you can see it. It's behind there. As you can see from this is the advertisement picture, and these are the advertisement pictures again. See how stiff it looks, and like it's got some wire in there or something that's holding it in shape. Makes it look like it's holding a shape. Well, here's what it actually looks like. It's just a piece of vinyl that just hangs down. It's real loose, kind of sloppy looking. So I wasn't impressed with that at all. I ended up reordering the new one, just the original replacement parts. I figured I'd switch back to the old one. Well, this one didn't look too great either, and actually one of them cracked just within a week or two after having it. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and I'll delete this picture. Okay, so here's the actual, what it looks like close up. You see the gap between here sticks out way more than what the original handles did, and there's also a crack in the one side of the door. Next slide you're going to see the door panels, the new ones. This is the old door panel here. You see what it looks like. It was getting really faded on top. Plus I like the idea of having armrests. I thought that was a great idea when I saw the advertisement. And having a map pocket. The map pocket's really nice too as well. It went on good. Well, let me go over the next one. I'll show you. So here's the new door panels. There is a negative here. They don't tell you in the advertisement you have to reuse your. I can't even have it in my mind right now, but the strip on the outer strip right here you have to reuse. Well, it doesn't come off the old door panels very easy, and this one right here on the driver's side, it actually bent as it came off, and it will never go on the same again. It doesn't. Yeah, even I tried to glue it, didn't work too well. Passenger side actually came off pretty good. That one worked out all right. It was just the driver's side, so I don't know if you have the same type of luck as I did. Hopefully, works out better for you. Another thing, and here's the advertisement picture for the door panels. You see this little shadow here? It looks like there's a loop or a hole. I thought it'd be something extra to hang on to. And also, here's the original door handle too. Looks a lot different than the ones that came with it, the supposedly original replacement parts. So there is no hole here on top. It's flat. It is pretty positive here. These came out pretty easy. You have to twist them like counterclockwise to get them out. Same way like a screw almost. And when you pop them back in, you just kind of turn them slowly clockwise as you push down on them, and they just go right on in. Here's a view with the door panel off. You might want to clean it up inside a little bit. It looks like it's pretty dirty in there. But anyway, here you go. This was Gaugeworks. It was $115. It's still the same now. One thing about these door handles too, you think they come in pairs. Well, they don't. Read the fine print if there is any. I didn't check before I put this on here, but they come at one at a time. So I'm not too sure who orders one door panel or one door. Panels come in pairs, but the door handles come individual. So it's like 20 bucks each or whatever I had on the previous slide. And that's the door panel. Map pocket still looks nice. Like I said though, the only bad thing I didn't like, I wasn't impressed with, was the handles themselves, and also with this strip. Whenever you have to reuse your own strip that came off the old door panels, and like I said, it doesn't come off very easy. I mean, it's like on there solid on the door, the driver's side, and it actually, like I said, it bent, and this is what it looks like now. It's got that gap there. For the gauge console, it's SolidWorks again, or Gaugeworks, excuse me. Here's the part number. It was $50. It's $53 now. I skipped it. There we go. What I did here was I actually took out the ashtray, and I kind of trimmed it out, and I put a CB there instead. It actually fit right in. Did pretty good. The gauge here, as you can see, before and after. So here's a picture with it off. I know some guys have actually reused these screws. They put some brackets on here and had them stick out through these gaps and use those for like cell phone holders. So that's a thought too. Let's see. Yeah, I use a cell phone holder on the new console. I attached it to the bottom there. And I moved over the CB holder here mainly because I did have it on the side. Over here. But I had kids that play with it, so here it is, better shot. Kids kept playing with it, so just moved it over here so they can reach it in the passenger side. And a little custom bracket, something I picked up at Home Depot, just a little L-shaped bracket. It actually fits right on here for the windshield support. So I took it off, drilled out the holes a little bit more, and then I kind of bent it in a couple different shapes, painted it black. So now I use it for the little dash cam holder for the little Hero 3. You can also use it for your GPS holder too as well, but I put the GPS on the windshield over here and have a little camera on the side here when we go off-roading. That worked out pretty well too as well. So next part will be the lift and the tires. That one's going to be pretty long because it's a lot of work. So hopefully that give you some ideas again. Like I said, the 2.5-inch spinch lift is going to be Skyjacker Nitro shocks. The 31-inch tires was before, now it's 32.5. They were 8-inch, now they're 10-inch wider, 10-inch wide tires are the rims. That's American Eagle. The body mounts and the 1-inch lift was Daystar. So that's going to take some time there. I did that myself. I had this spinch lift from a friend do it, so that's not going to be too much detail, just some pictures so you can see. And then I don't know, by the time I'm done with it, I might get some longer shackles. I saw an advertisement and I watched some other guy's YouTube video on a 95 where he did that. So if I think about longer and I decide to do it, I'll document it and I'll put it on here too. So